So we are back in Tennessee. And as you can see, we're on 840 is the highway. There's exit 28. I'm showing you the surroundings that we're at. We're close to we're a mile away from Columbia and Franklin, Tennessee. Exit 28. And now I have 144,000 miles. This is my side. Here's what we're coming up towards. The mountains and stuff. We're off and traveling. Sharing the gospel. Lord took us to we were coming up through to get on Highway 40 and or Interstate 40, and there was a Chevy dealer, GMC dealer, and I felt like the Lord told us to get out and look around and just dream with Him. And so we got out and we looked around and saw the cars and the trucks there, and we've been praying for a new vehicle because of the things that have been going on with ours, or praying for it to be fixed. And we've been praying for an RV so we can not feel so crammed in our car as we're traveling. And so we have beds to sleep in and a place to take a shower as an RV. And so that's where our prayers have been, is that the Lord would just open up a situation so we could get an RV that would have the bunk beds and enough beds for the kids and my wife and I, and then if the Lord allows us to fix this up and tells us to keep this, and we'll fix it up and keep this, we'll just need to have a trailer to put this on, because you can't flat tow it because it being all-wheel drive. But whatever the Lord calls, if He gives us a camper, a big enough camper, then we'll use the camper. It's whatever the Lord provides. But that's what we're praying for. We're praying for an RV, a camper, or something that we can be able to sleep in at night as we're driving. More so, we want an RV so we can do also work with the kids with schoolwork and stuff. Have a table there, and while we're driving. So that's just a side note. But we've been now on the road for a year and 4 months.
Yep.
Doing this. The Lord has provided every step of the way. He provided first with just little stuff here and there, and then September 27th, when we sold our house, the Lord told us not to hesitate and go through with it, and we did. And we didn't get the money for the house until middle of October. So we were, the whole time at that point, just trusting the Lord that the stuff was coming through and going through the way that we were supposed to go. And then, in December 16th, we used all the finances that we had towards what the Lord told us to use them towards, whether it was giving to people, waitresses, waiters, people in the grocery store, buying food for people, paying for people's meals. He had us give it to certain organizations. There was a church in New Tazewell they were doing tent revivals, and the Lord told us to give our 10% of the house, what we got back from the house, to them so that they could pay off their tent so they could keep going, and then other things that the Lord had told us to do. And so I think it totaled up around like 30,000, I think.
Yeah.
That we gave off of the house that we got, of the money that came in, and then the rest we used for traveling and whatever the Lord towards the houses that we were staying at when we were renting, and for the ministry that we didn't even know what the ministry was. we were still under the tuition that we were going to be getting a house in Tennessee somewhere. But then the Lord had showed us and opened our eyes that we were supposed to be traveling and sharing the gospel, and that's what we've been doing. There's more of a sight. And if you move the visor up, I can. So anyway, that was a little bit about our backstory, and now since December 16th, He has been providing everything for us through people like you guys listening and wanting someone and deciding to bless us. We haven't really did much of YouTube and Facebook until really now. I would share on Facebook just with messaging or with what's on your mind type thing, and I would type in small test